Welcome to another episode of the Pride of Detroit podcast, the PODcast special Movember edition, where we are bringing you special content for our Movember drive. This whole month, we're raising money for the Prostate Cancer Foundation. We've already raised almost $3,000, and we're also bringing you some special content. If you want more information, including how to donate, things you can win, including a Lions jersey, signed footballs, Lions tickets, head to prideofdetroit.com and click on that Movember link. But let's get to it. We have a very special guest on this episode of the PODcast. It's Lions defensive end / outside linebacker, Austin Bryant. Austin, how you doing, man?
I'm good, man. How you doing? Good to be here.
I'm doing well. Now, we kind of have a theme going with our guests here during the month of Movember. We had Ryan Santoso last week, who has, I think, maybe the best mustache on the team. And you have, I wouldn't say the mustache is the highlight of your facial hair. It's pretty much everywhere else, because I know to those listening, they might not see it. Everything essentially below the nose is just covered in hair, and it's kind of fantastic. I'm curious how it all began.
All right. So funny story. I was actually in middle school when I started growing facial hair.
Oh man.
Yeah. So my mom and dad would always make me shave it in middle school, of course. And then I got to high school, and it was our high school rule. Like, if you play football, every Friday you had to be clean shaven, like no facial hair at all. So every football season, I essentially had no beard in high school. But then, of course, the off season would come and it would grow back in. And, once I left high school, I kind of just let it go all throughout college and haven't cut it down or shaved it since. So this is my baby right here. I take good care of her, wash, moisturize, whatever it needs. She gets my all. So that's kind of how it started, and she's still growing.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, because you're such a young guy already, and to have such a full, thick beard there, you must have started growing early. So was that something that's just, it's the family genes, or were you just kind of like, just a guy that kind of broke the mold, I guess?
So yeah, it is kind of in my family. All my uncles have beards. One of my favorite, one of my closest uncles, he had a beard, so I wanted to be like him. And once I got older, just kind of it wasn't so much about him. I actually just kind of like how it looked on myself.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of how it started, just wanting to be like him, and then it kind of became my thing, and everybody kind of knew me with the beard, so I just kind of kept it rolling.
Well, you mentioned you take really good care of it. We talked to Ryan Santoso last week, and he's just like, I don't really do anything about it. It's just a one-time deal. My question is, because like, this is me nine days in, and it's not all that impressive, I can say, but I got some pictures to show you that I can grow out a nice mustache, but I've reached the stage where it's itchy as hell. So my question is that I look at your beard, your neck beard, and all that sort of stuff, and it looks itchy as hell. So how do you make it not itch like crazy, especially when it gets cold outside?
So I try to wash it every day or so. With a good shampoo, good conditioning, have some good, what's it called? Kind of like beard stylings. Actually, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
My video went out. But yeah, I style it. I put my little cream in there, make sure it's nice and fluffy, especially game day. Game day is, it's a whole ritual in the morning. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, that's what I do. I comb it out, I brush it, whatever it needs. Like I said, she gets my full attention.
I love it. What sort of feedback do you get from other people? Because it can be polarizing sometimes. Some people love the facial hair. Some people are like, no, you got to go baby clean. Oh, you're muted again. Hold on, you're muted.
We pretty much stuck for life. Everybody knows me with it. My family, friends, college teammates. So I think it'd be a little weird if I didn't have it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, people just kind of know you as that guy at this point. If I share my screen, can you see it? Because I want your thoughts on some of my facial hair from last year. As as someone who I think is now an expert in the facial hair arts,
Appreciate that.
Yeah, can you see this right here?
Yep.
Give me your
Okay,
thoughts
I'm
on
digging
that.
the mustache. You must have hung out with Santoso before he got here.
Yep. So the background story, and sorry to podcast listeners who can't see this, I was doing historic baseball for the Henry Ford Museum this summer. This is so on a scale of 1 to 10, how does this rate out?
Scale to 1 to 10, bro. I'm gonna give you like a. Is this my only one I get to rate, or are there more
There's
coming?
three. There's three different
There's
iterations of the
three.
same
All right.
mustache.
Well, I'll give you a good 5 right here.
Okay. Okay.
It's nice and neat. It's not growing into your nose. It's not overhanging the lip too much.
Right.
I think it's just right.
I think there is a little bit too much lip overhang, which is something I learned last year, and I'm not going to repeat this year. But if I'm getting a 5, I'm kind of afraid about what's going to happen next. But here we go. Here's picture number 2. Can you see that?
I haven't gotten it. No, I don't see it. Yeah, I still see the previous picture.
Hold on. Let me fix that. New share. There we go. How about that? Does that not work or no?
Oh man,
it's okay.
That's tough. That's tough right there. I don't know about that one. I'm gonna have to give you a solid -1.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I had to dye this one. I bleached it, I should say. And the reason I bleached it was because we had to make this happen. Whoop, hold on. Can you see that one?
Oh man, hey, I'm gonna go 10 right here.
Oh, this is a 10. You like?
I'm gonna go 10. You showing team pride. You got the Honolulu blue. You know what I'm saying? That's smooth right there. I'm gonna have to try that on the beard. Maybe at least the goatee part. I'm gonna have to try to dye that blue. You know what I'm saying? See if I can compete with you.
Yeah, I will say the bleaching aspect of it was miserable, and I would not recommend it upon anybody. So you might have to find an alternate way to get it blue. All right. I got a couple football questions before I let you go. First, I want to talk about kind of the trajectory of your career. I mean, you obviously went through a lot of adversity the first couple of years with all the injuries and stuff like that. Just kind of curious how you maintained a positive attitude through all that, because I know it's got to be tough going from, a place like Clemson where you're playing for national championships and things like that to kind of sitting on the sidelines for a couple of years.
Yeah, it was tough, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like you said, I've been through it all with injuries since coming out of school. And a lot of times, I'm not gonna lie, I wanted to give up. I wanted to pack it up and just say, I wanted to skip a rehab session. I wanted to not do the extra to speed up my process. I didn't want to do treatment all the time.
Yeah.
But I just kind of looked at, the people I had around me. My mom, my dad, my uncles, my cousins, grandmother, things like that. And to know everything that they've been through in their lifetime and how much they poured into me, there was no way I could give up. There was no way I could quit. And, I owed it to not only them, but I owed it to myself to, put everything I had into it. And, at the end of the day, wherever the chips fall, that's where they fall. But, I had solace in knowing that I was giving everything I had throughout that time. And like I said, it wasn't easy. I got down on myself a bunch. It's a hard process, but to finally see it through and see some light at the end of the tunnel now, man, it's made it all worth it, to be honest with you. And I wouldn't change my journey and my experience for anything in the world, because it's truly made me not only a better player, but a better man overall. So I'm grateful to be able to help the team now. And just continue to strive to try and win some games for this city, because they deserve it.
Now that you've been through that journey, it sounds like you kind of relied on a lot of people who may have gone through some adversity themselves. Do you have advice for other people out there that are maybe going through adversity, whether it's in football or really any walk of life?
Yeah, of course. Man, I would say always believe in yourself. Don't get caught trying to compare your journey to somebody else's journey, because comparison is always the thief of joy. take pride in your journey, no matter how hard or how easy it may be. Know that it's unique to you and it's going to shape who you are in the future and make you a better person ultimately. So I say always believe in yourself and know that, if you don't believe in yourself, who else will? So at least give your chance a shot, give yourself a chance, and you'll be surprised what the human mind can do and achieve.
I love that. I love that. Let's move to 2021 because it seems like it's been a good year for you. I mean, you've played in 7 games so far this season. You've got a couple sacks under your belt. Just kind of tell me what this year has been like. Do you feel like, now that you're getting that actual experience on the field, do you feel like the personal growth in your game?
Yes, definitely. Now I'm being healthy, getting a full camp, being able to go into the season healthy and learn and gain experience has been great for me. Been able to play some good football, but, I don't feel like I, played the best football I can play yet. I still have a lot more to learn and a lot more to get better at. So that's where my focus lies right now, is just trying to improve that so I can play my best game of football, which I know I haven't even scratched the surface of yet. So that's my goal, to continue improving, not just for myself, but for this team. So that's been my focus, and I'm glad I have a chance to, strap it up every day and do that.
Is there a specific part of your game that you're looking to improve on? Is it your hand work, your feet work, just against run, pass rush, anything in particular?
I mean, I would definitely say just continue to hone in on my pass rush. I feel like I play the run pretty well. I think that's a strong suit of mine, but being more consistent in the rush and affecting the quarterback more, whether that's sacks, pressures, hits, to help us win, man. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to help us win. So that's my focus, and continue to get better holistically as a player.
And I want to go back to your first sack of your career. You sacked Lamar Jackson. Of all people, your first sack is against Lamar Jackson. So tell me what that was like.
Yeah, it was great, man, to get the first one of my career. Now, if you would have asked me if the first one of my career would have been against him, I would tell you no. I played against him in college. I never laid a finger on him. So to get my first one against him, it was fun. It felt good. So I always remember that.
And I want to talk about the sack celebration too, because you got the little like karate kick thing going, and I watched a little bit of your college tape. Apparently, that's not the first time you did that. So is that kind of your go-to sack celebration, and where'd that come from?
Yeah, that's my go-to. Funny story. We're getting ready to play a game in college, and Coach Sweeney would always show us like little inspirational clips from whether it be a quote or a movie or just a video online. And this particular week, we were playing South Carolina, and he used a clip from Karate Kid during a team meeting one day, and that was in there. And ever since then, it was just stuck in my mind. So we get to the game against South Carolina. I sacked whoever the quarterback was at the time, and I get up, and that's the first thing I remember. And I did the karate kick, and everybody was like, "Man, that was tough. Like, that's unique. Nobody else does that." And ever since then, I just kept it with me.
That takes a heck of a lot of athleticism too.
Yeah, it do take a little coordination now.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Last thing before we let you go, you guys just coming off the bye week. I'm just kind of curious what you ended up doing. Are you kind of the kind of person that needs to get away from football, maybe not even watch it on Sundays, or are you just locked in and you don't need the break?
No, you definitely need a break.
Yeah.
You have to take time to reset, man. It's a long NFL season. A lot happens and a lot goes on. So I just stayed here, man. I hung out, stayed around the house, played with my dog, watched some TV, watched movies, got some good food to eat, and just stayed here and tried to recharge a little bit and get ready for this back half stretch of the season.
I'm going to cheat and have one more question there. You said you got some good food. Do you have any food recommendations for the local area?
Food recs. Yeah, I would definitely recommend going to Condado's Tacos.
Okay. I'm not sure I know that place.
That's probably they're gonna owe me for promo for this. So make sure if y'all hear this, I want some free Blue Dream tacos, please. No, but Condado's Tacos is one of my favorite spots to grab food from. I love to grab a bite to eat from Pal. They got a good place downtown to grab some food. So those are probably my top 2 spots right now.
All right, man. I appreciate the time, Austin. Good luck in the second half of the season. We'll see you out there, and good luck this week in Pittsburgh.
I appreciate it, Jim.
Thanks, Austin. And thank you all for listening.
Bye-bye.
We'll be back next week with another interview here. And remember, if you want to donate to our Movember campaign, head to prideofdetroit.com and click on that big mustache on the front page and follow the instructions there. But until next time, thanks for listening. We'll talk to you soon.